Alrighty guys, so the machine went a little wonky while I was recording and it stopped. So I'm just going to walk you through the ones that I'd already done. So for 62, Nellie borrows $1,000 from the bank. The interest rate is 6.5% per year. How much simple interest will he pay if he takes 3 years to repay the loan? I'm going to use my I equals PRT. That is my formula. I know that the principal, the amount that he first borrowed was $1,000. His rate was 6.5, which I write as 0.65, or 0.065. And then the years was 3, okay? So when I multiplied all those together on the calculator, I came up with $195. So that's the 195. Okay? Number 3, I'll do this one again to show you. Okay, it says Miranda bought a tennis racket that was priced at $19. She has to pay 7% sales tax. So determine how much she will be charged at the register. Miranda used her phone and enters 7 times 19 plus 19 at the register. At the register, the computer calculates her cost at 1.07 times 19. Find the difference between the two calculations. Well, if I take my calculator and I do 0.07 times 19 plus 19, I come up with $20.33. If I go the other way and I say 1.07 times 19, I also come up with 20.33. So there was no difference. The reason that is this right here, this is 100% of the price. This is 7% of the price. So if you take 107% and write it as a decimal, you get 1.07. If you multiply that times 19, you're going to come up with $20.33. So there is no difference. Okay. Number 64. I have a CD with with a radius of 6 centimeters. It wants to know the circumference to the nearest tenth using 3.14 for pi. So I took my formula, I drew my CD, took my formula, C equals 2 pi r, plugged in 3.14 for pi, and plugged in 6. And when I put that all in the calculator, I came up with 37.68, but this says to round it to the nearest tenth. So when I round it to the nearest tenth, I wind up with 37.7, which is answer C. Number 65. Wants to know which expression can be used to find the circumference of the circle shown. Well, I know there were 2 different ways I could write my formula for circumference. I have 2 pi r or pi d. So when I plug in 2 times 3.14 times 8, that could be one way. Or I could do 3.14 times 16. And this 2 times 3.14 times 8 becomes 3.14 times 16. So when I come over here, I look at this. This is 3.14 times 64. So that's not it. We have 3.14 times 16, which is there. This would be 3.14 times 32. That's not that. And this is just 3.14 times 8, which just means they forgot to double the radius. Okay. Number 66. A dog's leash allows him to walk in a circle. The leash is 6 feet long. What's the size of the yard inside? So I need the area of what's inside this circle. So my area equals pi r squared. That's my formula. I'm using 3.14 for pi because that's what they told me to use for pi. Okay. My radius is 6. So I put in my 6 for my r and I square it. So 6 squared is 36. And 3.14 times 36 is 113.04 square feet. So our answer for number 66 is C. All right, 67. This one was pretty easy. Find the circumference of a circle with a diameter of 10. Well, circumference is pi times d. So that's 3.14 times 10, which is 31.4. That one was pretty easy. Number 68 is pretty easy as well. I've got my circle. They want the area inside the circle. So area equals pi r squared. So our area is 3.14 times 4 squared, which is 16. So when I multiply 16 times 3.14, I get 50.24. All right, now we're all caught up to where we were before the machine went just wonky on me. So let's do number 69. It says, which equation could be used to find the area in square inches of a circle with a radius of 6 inches? So I have a circle with a radius of 6. Okay, my formula is area equals pi r squared. So area equals pi times 6 squared. That's not 6 squared. That's not 6 squared. That's not 6 squared. That is 6 squared. There you go. Number 70. Poppy's Pizza is buying square boxes to put their pizzas in. The large box has an area of 196 square inches. What is the area of the largest possible pizza that can be placed into the box? Okay, so I need to know the area of, I know the area of the box. And they got the area of the box by multiplying, it's a square, so it was side squared. So I know that 196 equals my side squared. Okay, so to find out what S is, I have to take the square root of both of them. So S equals, I'm going to take 196 and I'm going to hit this button right here, the square root button, the one right next to the division sign. Hit the square root button, and that's going to tell me that 14 is the length of the sides. And you can check that by saying 14 times 14. Yes, that does indeed equal 196. So I know the dimension of the box is 14 by 14. Okay? So that means the largest possible pizza that could go in would be a 14-inch pizza. Okay? But it wants to know the area of the largest possible pizza. So the area of the pizza is going to be pi r squared. So area equals 3.14 times, what's my radius? If my diameter is 14, then my radius is 7. So this becomes area equals 3.14 times 49. Okay? 3.14 times 49 equals, area equals 153.86 inches squared. Okay, number 71 wants me to determine the area of the composite shape. So the first thing I need to do is break it into two shapes that I know my formulas for. Okay, so I know that this is 12 because this is a rectangle. If that's 12, then what is the height of my triangle? Well, if from here to here is 21, and I know this part is 12, that means this part is 21 minus 12. So that's going to give me 9. Okay? So the height of my triangle is 9. So now I figure this out. Area equals base times height. So area equals 12 times 8, which is 96. And this one is 1/2 base times height. So this is 1/2 my base is 8, 1/2 of 8 times the height is 9, so that's 1/2 of 72, which is 36. So I have 96 plus 36 is going to give me 132. So my answer is A, 132 square feet. All right, last two, guys. Last two, yay! All right, Thomas is installing hardwood flooring around a carpeted area in his living room. How many square meters of floor must he cover in the hardwood flooring? Okay. Doing hardwood flooring around a carpeted area. So this is carpet. Okay, this part is the wood. So we want to take the area of the room and then take out this. Okay? So, if I know this whole thing is 20, then I need to, or it's 20.3. 20.3 minus this 6.8 minus this 3.1. That means this is 10.4, that section right there. So I need to find the area of the room. So the area of the big rectangle is base times height, which is 20.3 times 17.8. So if I take 20.3 times 17.8, I get 361.34. Okay. And oh, look, if I wasn't paying attention, I'd go, oh, there's my answer. But that's not our answer, is it? That's our entire room. But we're not putting hardwood flooring on this part. Okay? So the area of my smaller rectangle, again, is base times height, which is 15 times 10.4. And if I take 15 times 10.4, I get 156. Is that right? Make sure I plugged it in right. 15 times 10.4. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so now I have 361.34 square feet in the room, but of that, 156 of it is going to be carpet. So this is the whole room, and that's carpet. Okay, so when I subtract those, I'm going to have what my hardwood is going to be. 361.34 minus 156 equals 205.34. 205.34. All right, last one. Nick is building a large box for the school drama department. He's using plywood to construct a box that is 4 feet wide, 1.5 feet deep, and a 1/2 foot high. How many square feet of plywood does Nick need for the box? Well, this is a surface area question, isn't it? I have 4 feet wide, 1/2 foot high, and 1.5 feet deep. Don't judge. I'm not an art teacher. So this is 1.5, this is 0.5, and this is 4. Right? So I know volume, or surface area, equals my base perimeter times height. All right? My base perimeter, I wrote that wrong. I'm sorry. Surface area equals my base perimeter times my height. So my base perimeter is my 4 plus 4 plus 1.5 plus 1.5, which is 8 plus 3, which is 11. So I'm going to take surface area equals 11 times 1.5, and I'm going to multiply that. 11 times 1.5, and that equals 16.5. Okay, so he needs 16.5 square feet of plywood to build the box. And there it is, guys. We are done. All of it.